Emmett, and then you and I are starting a whole business together, and we kind of just called it a truce. And in life, that's difficult too. I don't know if, I could be in business with a woman that I know slept with my man while I was with him. This is not like 10 years ago or something, like when you guys were in high school. Like, it just seemed, I don't know how that would work.
It definitely wouldn't work for me in my personal life, but I enjoy the route that they took with our characters, because it's different. You don't really see two Black women in that type of predicament that's okay with it. And then Tiffany, where they kind of taking it is like she on some player shit. Like, you know what? Okay, that's what you did, but I'm gonna still make this money with you.
Right. And yeah, it was a boss move. I'm just saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I couldn't do it. And I see people in the comments, they're saying like they've heard situations, I've been in situations where like the side chick ends up taking the man. Like, you think it's all fun and games. Are we bringing this open relationship? And next thing you know, your man left you to go be with this other person because you thought it was cool to do this. Now, I don't judge. Like you said, everything, different strokes for different folks. Like, whatever works for you, what worked for me might not work for you. It is what it is. I don't judge, but I'm saying I couldn't do that. And a lot of the comments are saying that marriages are difficult enough. Trust me. Difficult enough then to add all these. Hannah, let's not go.
No, I got you though. I got you.
It's difficult. Wait, let me see if anybody else. Hold on, I gotta see it. Okay, so no, we don't. I don't see all requests. I think it's probably
Alex and DaBrat, right?
I know. Where are they? Hold on. I don't see them. I don't see them at all. Okay, I was looking. See if you see the comment. So that was
Alex.
Okay, so another thing, this is a good thing to talk about too, with you and Emma's relationship, with Tiff and Emma's relationship. Like, the way he was really trying to, well, let's talk about the Love Jones aspect of the episode. I thought that was so great because I love Love Jones. It's like one of my, who doesn't love Love Jones?
Right.
Like,
it's a hood classic.
But when you said at the end, when you was like, this is not a movie, this is real life, I was like, oh yeah, because he thought he was playing out Love Jones, and he was like, this is real life. And it's so true. But what do you think about the way he was really trying to win you back over? Like, a lot of guys would be like, all right, you out there in the streets, I'm done with you. Like, he knew you was out there sleeping with another guy. Courtney, I love you. He knew you was out there sleeping with another guy. He knows you out there getting banged out by somebody else. And then you came home the next morning, he got breakfast on the table. I was like, I don't know a lot of guys who would do that.
Yeah, goofies for sure. A goofy. No, but I think it's
not a goofy.
Because ain't no real man gonna tolerate all that. Like, let's just be clear. But I thought it was interesting to watch him put so much effort into that, because the tables are turned, and this is what happens in real life. Men do them. They mess around, and then when them tables turn, they can't handle the heat.
They can't handle it when it turns, and that's what a lot of people in the comments were saying, that Emmett had been doing his thing. So, like, why is it a problem now? Like, I get both sides, but I'm just saying my personal experiences. I don't know a guy who knows his girl is out there sleeping with somebody else, doing whatever, and
alone.
They come home the next morning. You didn't even come home that night. The next morning, and there's a full breakfast made for you and everything. Even your face was like, "What is going on here?" Wait, we gotta see. I think we could find Brat.
Look, somebody said, "Somebody help Auntie Brat."
Where is she?
I mean, she might. She had to send a request.
How do
the
I
easiest way?
Hold on,
because I don't know how to bring them in.
All right, me either. Let me see if I could request her to come in. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Cause I would okay. All right, here. Okay, send request. Okay. All right, hold on. Let's see if that works. I sent a request.
There she go.
Finally!
Yay!
Welcome! I miss you! Oh my God, I miss you too! I haven't seen you in so long. Okay, no, you getting right in this conversation. You jumping right in. So we are talking about open relationships, open marriages, just like we saw on The Shy with Tiff and Emmett, their relationship, their characters. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not with that at all. None of it. None of that open shit would have been happening at all in no shape, form, or fashion.
No, but Brat, look what I said. She was with the other dude that night. She didn't even come home till the next morning, and Emmett had a full breakfast ready for her and everything. I said, now where are they doing that at?
Now that was big of Emmett to try to do it a little different and try to like figure out how to work it different other than being upset, because I know he was pissed. But he tried to say, you know, can't nobody do it like me, whatever. You just got finished taking dick from another nigga and you was drunk. And you was drunk. And you told me you weren't coming home, and I heard him in the background. At least tell that nigga to shut up. Like, what?
But then, Brat, what do you say about people in the comments or people in general who say, well, he been out doing his thing too?
Man, listen, I don't feel like the tit for tat thing works. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if she gonna forgive him, forgive him. Don't go out and do the same thing, because that's not gonna make the situation better. Hurt people. And if you're gonna try to fix it, you gotta kind of forgive and get over it. If you don't get over it, then you split. But don't do the same. Like, she's not happy. I don't feel like she's happy with that.
No,
she's not, and she's trying to have a cake and eat it too.
Yeah,
she's selfish. She's being selfish.
And I think it's like a get back. Like, you've been cheating on me. A lot of females feel like that. You've been cheating on me all this time. Now it's my turn. Like, I'm gonna make you feel what I've been feeling for all this time. Like, I really feel like Tiff is really on some get back. Like, I'm gonna make you feel hurt the way you hurt me this entire time.
But then that hurts the relationship, yo. That hurts the real love. Like, then ain't no trust. Don't neither one of y'all trust each other
at all.
Looking left to right, like, oh, you looking at that nigga? Oh, you looking at her? What you looking at? Like, it becomes real toxic after something like that, I think.
So, Brat, you clearly do not agree with the statement, a couple who plays together stays together.
Absolutely not.
That's not happening. That's not happening. Now, we wanted to talk about, I know on the episode, Maisha was getting a lot of backlash on social media after she like released her music, which is something obviously, Brat, like you could relate to, being an artist and stuff like that. Like, what are your thoughts on just social media in general, where it is a platform for everybody to have an opinion about everything, for everybody to feel like they could say whatever they say, shit that they know they wouldn't say if you was in their face. They're not saying none of that shit to you in your face, but they computer thugs. Like, what are your thoughts about that?
It's dumb thugs. They get liquid courage because they know they ain't gonna confront you when they see you. They are like, oh, I love you, Brat. Oh, you're my favorite. You know what I'm saying? But they get real tough when they behind the keyboard. But when you put yourself out there, or when you're a public figure or an artist, it's going to happen. You're going to have people who say positive things about you, and you're going to have people who hate. Even if they really don't hate you, they just want to stir up some trouble. You know what I'm saying? They want people to hate you. They just don't want to see you come up, and that's just the business. From before social media, we lived with the same thing with bloggers, with MySpace, with just back in the day, it was always like that. You're going to have people who love you and people who hate you.
It's true. And I always say, like, when you are in the limelight, so to speak, you can't pick and choose. You can't be like, oh, I only want all the good shit that comes along with this, but I don't want the bad shit. I want everybody to love me, but I can't deal with the people that's going to talk shit about me. Hi to my mom. She's on the live. But I'm just saying, like, you know, at the end of the day, and, you know, speaking of my mom's always like, you know, you got to worry when people aren't talking about you. Whether it's good or bad, your name is in people's mouth, and that means something. They check up for you either way. But I also find, like, a lot of us, and I've been there before, and I've gotten better at it, like, it could be 1,000 positive comments, and then it'd be that one fucked up comment, and that's what we paying the most attention to, or what we really like upset about. And it's like, celebrate the people that celebrate you, and don't give so much attention to the ones that don't.
Right, because that's all they want. They want the attention. So you can say something back to them, and then they can get some of your followers. It's a trick, girl. Don't fall for it. Choose your battles wisely.
Exactly. Wait, we're gonna try to add Alex now. Let's see if we can find Alex. I'm trying to add people. Hold on. Let me see if I could find. Oh, here he goes. Okay, I sent a request. Okay, so we're about to try to see if he could get on now. And then I think that's yay!
How y'all doing?
This is my first time ever being on a live with more than one person.
Right, me too.
This is crazy. Hi, Alex.
How you doing?
Hey.
You're so handsome.
Ain't he so handsome?
Oh my God.
So
Alex, a little Kevin.
So you could jump in right when we were talking about. So we were talking about Maisha, obviously on the episode when she was trying to release her music and how she was dealing with the backlash of social media. Like, what are your thoughts on that? Especially kind of being, you're definitely not new to the game, but you know what I mean? Like younger and having the pressures of like people, you know, trying to tear you apart or say negative things about, you know, whatever it is. Like, what are your thoughts on that?
Of course, at the end of the day, it's the internet, so no one really knows who anyone is. So, even though it's hard to say, everyone does it, but you shouldn't really listen to what people got to say. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have that hate. And
oh my God, also, you sound like such a grown man.
He's a grown up. He's a grown up.
Hey, puberty hit me hard right now.
I know.
Oh my God.
So wait, Alex, let me ask you a question, because on The Shy in this episode, but throughout the season, you know, there's a battle between you and your best friend for this girl. Like, you were dealing with the girl first. She dubbed you. She went to your best friend. You and him having beef now. So in real life, let's talk about a situation like that. Like, would you still be friends with your best friend after he like took your girl from you?
It's a player's world to me. So you can have the only issue with it is not letting them know.
Okay.
That's with me. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know. Nah, I don't think
but
so.
But Alex, do you think you could still be, it's a player's world according to you, okay, but do you still think you could be friends with him after he, I want to be a little censored, but after he was with your girl? Like, you know how we talk, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel, nah, he ain't loyal.
He's not loyal.
Loyalty over love. That's how I think.
Loyal, and I feel like in this episode, I think that she was really harsh to your character. Like, you really came back and was really sensitive and saying, I want to, somebody said she for the streets. You really came back and was sensitive, and then she was just like, she said a line, I don't remember, Lena, this line was crazy. It was like, just because I was with you doesn't mean I gotta be with you forever or something like that. I was like, damn.
Oh yeah, she did say that. Yeah,
she was going in. What are your thoughts about that, Alex? What do you feel about that? Like, when you tried to the character tried to come back around and she just shut it all the way down.
I mean, I've never been through this in life.
Oh, because all the girls just be on you. You just have
Nah. But I be hearing my homies go through the same situation. Y'all females is very tricky. Like, you guys would flip the switch and make it like y'all did nothing wrong at all. Mm-hmm. That's where it got me at, because it was like a surprise. And then it was also another surprise how my character would go back after all that would happen and still try to, like, you know, show love. And that's just showing really, I don't know how to explain it, but it's just showing like that the character still has compassion no matter what.
Yeah, and I like that. I did like seeing that, and it also made me feel like he really cared about her. Like, he really cared about her and wanted to go back and try to make it work. But the way she shut him down, I was like,
it makes us not like her. It makes us not like her, and we're sympathetic to your character because it's like, give him another chance. He's trying. Leave Jake alone. Jake don't really love you.
Right. And also, that's another thing. She said something about, somebody said in the comments, remember she said something like, you're harassing me or something? I was like,
yes.
Meanwhile, there's women in this world who like, can I just get a phone call from somebody? And she's like, you're harassing me. I was like, that was a little much. And then I wanted to talk about when your character asked Keisha on the show, like, do girls really prefer like bad boys? Like, what's everybody, Hannah, you getting quiet. I'm about to come right over there to you. What are your thoughts on, like, do girls really just prefer like bad boys, even though they talk about wanting to be treated nice and all this stuff? Do you think that?
That's the real question.
There we go.
Let me get me a red cup.
Hannah Hall, at any moment now.
Oh, me? I thought you were asking him. I think when I was younger, you know, you're gonna always like that spice. And it really depends on your upbringing and stuff. Like, I grew up around certain type of guys, so that was what I was attracted to, or that was, you know, the guys that was popping. But as an adult, Man, it's so much more that go into me.
I agree.
Me being attracted to a man. Like, no, I don't care about you being a bad boy or whatever you guys consider as a bad boy. But when you're an adult, it's so much more to consider. And you got to think about your future and everything else. So all that bad boy stuff do you have a career? Do you have goals?
Right. Right.
Right.
Right. I feel the same way. I think, in a certain phase of your life, it's fun. You run around, you acting crazy, you excited by whatever this person is doing. And then as you mature, you realize there are different things you want out of life and different things you want to experience. And you want a person to be able to grow with you. It's like, I'm not knocking you for how it was, but 10 years later, you can't still be like doing the same shit you were like, we got to grow, a little bit. Brat, what's your thoughts on that?
Which part, girl?
Just females when it comes to like always choosing a bad boy and like saying like, oh, I want a man that's gonna treat me so nice and this and that, but then they always go after the other.
You know what? I think that's just stupidity, and I think that's no growth yet. They're still young, and they don't really know what they want out of life yet. They just, like you said, being young, having fun, like the little high school girls and teenage girls. They want the bad boy. So when the nerd come along, that's gonna be the Steve Jobs or the great entrepreneur that's gonna be able to take care of them. They don't want to see him because he kind of corny to them. But corny will take your ass straight to the bank. That thug shit, you gonna end up dead or in jail.
Okay, Brat, with a word.
Or belling them out.
True,
okay.
That is true. That is true. So, Alex, do you feel like guys your age, like, are always comparing themselves, like, to other guys your age? Like, do you feel like they're looking at other guys like, oh, I need to be more of a bad boy if I'm going to get this girl's attention? Or do you feel like guys your age are becoming more confident in just who they are?
I mean, a lot of guys my age don't have a father figure.
That's true.
So, of course, they're going to look up to other men and stuff like that to, build their confidence with women or whatever it is in life. But I don't see guys comparing. I wouldn't say comparing. I would say comparing.
Because remember when your character asked Keisha, I think, what was the line? Like, do you think he looks better than me, or like, would you rather be?
Yeah, would you rather?
Choose?
But also in that way, dudes in my era, they would like to act hard.
Okay.
A lot of dudes like to act hard, and they're not really hard. But I like to say that is you guys got to be yourself. Like they see right through it. Girls see right through it. As long as you take care of yourself, clean your nails.
Okay.
All that little details, everything.
Alex dropping that game on everybody. Alex said, "Clean your nails, okay?
Clean your nails, boy." And at the end of the day, all y'all gotta do is stay in your own lane. You know what I'm saying? But you don't
Alex,
gotta put on no
somebody said
facade.
to ask you, do you act like Kev when you're not on the show?
Nah, not at all. We're two different people. Kevin's very wild.
You do an amazing job of bringing Kev to life. What did you guys think about the Love Jones aspect of this episode? Hannah and I talked about it a little bit before you both jumped on. But Alex, I don't know, you might be a little bit
I'm
young for Love.
I'm
like
young.
Love. What?
I haven't watched it yet. I got you.
Like Lorenz, what? Nia, what's going on here? Shout out to both of them. I love them so much. But Brat and Hannah, what did you think of that element being thrown into this episode? I thought, Lena did an amazing job with that.
I thought that was so cute. I thought that was so cute, but I felt like she was like trying to be a little bit picky. At least he was trying. Remember, she was like, "Well, where y'all motorcycle?"
Right.
Like, at least give him some love for trying. Like that was dope, though.
And you know what I loved about it too? Like I like a guy who puts a plan together. Like,
thoughtful.
Tell me don't just tell me to be ready at this time. Let's just go. Like I don't really see that a lot anymore. Like you just don't.
My
see
baby
people
does that for me all the time. All the time.
Look, well, you're a lucky one.
Yeah.
And then over here, like, what? But Alex, from your big sis, put a plan together sometimes. It really does make a difference. And it really means a lot to a female when you put a plan together. Like, be downstairs at 8 o'clock. I'm going to pick you up. I'm not going to tell you, and have like a whole plan. And people don't realize stuff like that doesn't even have to cost a lot of money. Like thoughtfulness. Like people just, nowadays we live in an era where everything is about tricking off, who buying this, who buying that, Birkins, this and that. But sometimes the best times don't even cost a lot of money.
You're
it's
right.
like
So
the thought, the sentimental value behind it. Like
Right.
a lot of times. Now, I'm not saying we don't like to get things too. I don't want to get killed by the people.
Right.
But I'm just saying, when a guy takes time, or even a female, to plan something, it hits different.
Yeah.
It does.
A little bit of both is nice.
A little bit of both is definitely nice. Hannah, what do you feel about the Love Jones aspect? Because you obviously had to play it out in the episode.
I thought it was very lovely to watch. It was very beautifully done. I loved a lot of the scenes, to be honest with you. It was very nostalgic. I love Love Jones, like all of us. You know, like you said, thoughtfulness. That creativity and that thoughtfulness in a relationship is sometimes the things that's going to create longevity in a relationship. You know, buying gifts and stuff only lasts so long, but stuff like this is fun. And you can see she enjoyed it. She was like, oh, let's do Love and Basketball next weekend.
Right.
Women love stuff like this, so take pointers.
Take pointers. Okay, so here's a big question as we're not wrapping up yet, but soon. Here's a quick question. So, do you all believe that after someone cheats in a relationship, which we've seen numerous times on this show, that trust can come back, that you can build the trust back up? Or do you think that once these characters have cheated, like, the trust is completely gone and there's no coming back from it?
I think.
Go ahead.
No, sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I think they should just be prepared to get dragged, and whatever it is you have to go through to get that trust back, you got to go through it. And it don't matter how long. If you fucked up, get ready to deal with the wrath of whoever you fucked over if you want to stay in it, because it's not going to be easy. They shouldn't let it be easy, because you shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Agree. Hannah?
Yeah, to piggyback on that, yes. It needs to be willingness too. You got to be willing to want to get back.
People in the comments like, fuck nah, you're never gonna get my trust.
No, it's possible. Like, we shouldn't
with them.
We shouldn't oppose the fact that it's possible. You can salvage a relationship.
Right.
But it takes willingness. It takes consistency. It's not gonna be fixed overnight. It may take some time, but you have to be willing. You have to consider all things to get it that way, to get it back to that communication.
And you might not make it, but if you want to, you got to go through it and see if it's gonna work.
Yeah, and
it's true. So Alex, go ahead, because I see you over there ready to say. I just want to know what you got to say. So if you cheat on somebody, can you get the trust back?
Dunzo.
Done?
Not at all. We done.
So okay. So
over.
If a girl cheated, then it's a dub. It's over with. It's done.
Over.
Have you been in love, Alex?
See, he's so young.
Right. Have you been in love?
I'm too young.
That love stuff makes things look.
I'm way young. One thing my grandpa told me this. He said, you don't need to be in a relationship right now.
Okay.
Because I need to explore everything.
You
know, you got the queens, the dark skins, light skins, and you get into the creamier side.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
You know,
so Alex, you're basically saying you want to explore all flavors.
Yes.
Okay. Somebody said
when you get older, Alex, it will. When you
Alex, a lot of people ask how old are you?
I just turned 17 July 5th.
Oh God!
Happy
birthday!
We all like
happy birthday, for sure. Yeah, but that's been like, we were talking about that a lot just during the whole season of The Chi. Like, even with my character and Hannah, it's like we both slept with Emmett, and then we're going into business together. Brat, you wasn't on when we was talking about that, and we're like, that's tough. Like, because my character slept with him while they was together. This isn't like, well, I didn't know you. I slept with him when I was in high school. Like, my character slept with him while they were together. She finds out about it, and then we kind of come to a truce, and now we have a whole edible business. We're
Lala, you would have to lose. You about to lose your job.
Exactly. But it would be funny because we would be on set, and Hannah and I would just be having our little side conversations. I'm like, you know, I would have really fucked you up. Hannah, like, I would have never spoke to you again. Like, it's just, I'm not saying it can't happen. And sometimes people are like, I'm not going to let that get in the way of the bag. Like, you know, we were trying to do this edible business. And a lot of people be like, I don't care. I'm not going to let that get in the way of the bag.
True.
I don't think I'm that mature yet. I'm not that mature yet.
Yeah, this wasn't before them. They were already together and married. You know,
and it lets you know about her character. If she
Right.
can do this already, considering her knowing that they were in a relationship, think about what she can do for your business. Like we said, it was a boss player move for Tiffany to still move forward with that. But like I said, character. Pay attention to a person's character, because that character follows them.
That's true. And in everything. That's a real good statement. Brat, did you feel like Hannah's character, Tiff, is like, how do you feel like this open marriage, her trying to get back, her doing, like, where do you see this going? Like, could this end well, or is it just doomed from the beginning? Could this end well?
I don't see it ending well. Like, I feel bad for Emmett because Tiff loved what she doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's not going to end well. Maybe they need to just be apart for a while to see if they really want to be together.
Yeah, and it was interesting.
And that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Couples need, sometimes that heals people. Come apart a little bit and then come back together and see how you feel.
Yeah.
And you said, I feel like your character said, I like variety, or I like the variety, or something that was said, like, I'm enjoying this right now. And sometimes what happens is, when you get a taste of that, and when you do that, when you get a taste of that, it's hard to come back, because now it's like a whole new world out there.
Right.
You're experiencing all this new stuff, and you like, what, I'm gonna go back to this where I'm getting cheated on or not being happy, and I'm out here now really enjoying myself. So sometimes it's hard to go back.
Yeah.
But then it gets old, so I think Tiff will get tired of it.
I think she will too. It's a phase, and you know, also people only gonna do what you allow them to do.
That's true.
He's allowing her. What, like we said, what
Allowing.
Man is gonna cook breakfast for
Cook
you after you
breakfast.
just stayed out and
He even said, do you want me to run the shower water? I'm like, wait.
Man, he said he melted the butter.
I said, wait, I didn't come home last night because I was laid up with the next dude, and it's the next day. I come in the house, breakfast is made, and you asking me, do I want you to run the shower water? Like,
Goofy.
I would leave because I would think you really trying to kill me.
Yeah, I would be like, wait, what's really going on? Oh, they keep saying a goofy. What you say?
Yes, a goofy. Ain't no
Fast.
clown. Lame.
A goofy. Yeah, but this episode was really good. Do you guys feel like, is there anything else we should address? Because I feel like we've talked about a lot, but I want to make sure everybody has a chance. Alex, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Not really. I just want to say you guys did an amazing job.
You always do.
I didn't get to work with a lot of y'all, but hopefully I do if we do have a next season.
Yeah, let me just say, I watched episode 1 again today. In those years, you have grown so much. Like, you were such a little bitty boy. That was just like a few years ago. Like, you a grown man now. But you've done a great job since season 1, for real.
Thank you.
You really have. You really have. Brat, anything you want to say before we get up out of here?
I felt bad for Papa.
I did feel bad for Papa.
I feel bad for Papa.
Oh, you know what? Let's talk about that really quick. This is good. About in relationships, like, what are you guys' thoughts on, like, where you feel like you're competing with your partner in your relationship? Like, if one's a little bit more successful or one's having having their moment, like, how do you deal with when you feel like you want to support, but then you're looking like, well, when is it going to be my time? Like, how do you deal with that?
I don't think you should do that. I think you just support each other. They support you. They're happy for you and you're happy for them, and y'all shine and win together. Like, I don't feel like anybody should feel like, oh, it's my time to shine. You had your turn. Like, no, that's like selfish. When you're together, you're a unit. You're one.
Yeah, that's true.
You're supposed to be happy for each other, no matter who's shining. If you shine, I'm gonna shine because I am you and you are me.
I agree with that. You a unit, but you know, that's a real issue. Like, that's another real issue. A lot. And I think, you know, there needs to be communication when it comes to that, and transparency. Express to me how you feel so we can stem what the real issue is. Yeah. So I can encourage you and get you to where you want to be, because we are a unit. If I'm here and you there, talk to me. Let me know what it is that you're struggling with so you can get here and whatever that is to you.
Right. And a lot of times your partner, and maybe they don't mean it, but they'll try to, like, dumb you down in the sense of, like, oh, you don't need to be doing all that. You don't need, like, because they want to be the ones having all the shine. It's a real issue. It does happen. And I agree with what Brat said. If you're a unit, you have to support each other. But I also understand how when two people both have, you know, careers or both trying to, you know, have their moment, how at times that could get tricky, you know, too, because it's like, well, aren't you supporting me? Well, I thought you was. It could get tricky.
Yeah.
So it was interesting to see it between Papa, you know, and what was going on with him trying to have his podcast and her trying to do her music thing, you know, and just seeing some of the stuff. But he's like the sweetest.
I love him.
The sweetest. He's the best. Hannah, anything else before we get out of here?
I got a question because we talked about Emin and myself in our relationship. So the Brat, how about Nina and Dre? Do you think they can fix their marriage?
First of all,
because look, Brat, you came in there with a bang, literally.
Okay. Oh my God. Oh, I feel so bad and guilty. Oh my God. I don't know what's gonna happen, but when Dre screamed, it was like, no. I was like, oh my God. I just felt horrible because I know Nina. She wouldn't have done that if she thought that Dre didn't cheat. You know, she thought Dre cheated on her and she saw her and Dre was ignoring her. Don't ignore your phone, y'all. Answer the damn phone. Mm-hmm. Just say what it is. Don't keep secrets. Even though she felt like Nina talked too much, that's why Dre didn't tell her. Like, just say what it is, because that will cause a problem. I felt horrible, and I feel bad being the one-night stand bitch, okay?
I said you came through with a bang for real. You was like... I said, oh, Brat, that's how you coming through this? That's how you coming through this shot?
I hope they make it. I hope they make it.
I know. That was a tough one. And it was, and the truth is, she was just really trying to be supportive of, you know,
Jada,
her friend. Lena's in there. She said, just answer the damn phone. Just answer the phone. Just answer the phone.
Communication and transparency.
Communication. Sometimes we don't even realize it, but we make shit so much more complicated than it has to be.
Yes.
And the truth is just so much easier, and communication
Dre did not
is
know
so much
that lady
easier.
was parked across the street in that car watching her as she hit the phone. You never know who's watching.
I know. Don't you feel like that sometimes when somebody call you and you like, are they in this restaurant right now? When they calling me, you looking around like,
right.
It happens, but that was a really great question. But I'm just super excited for everyone to just see, you know, the last episodes of The Chi. It's so good, and a lot of the comments were saying like they just love the realness of this show. Like, we tackle real issues, we deal with real life things that are happening around us all the time and in the world, you know, right now. And I'm just so blessed, as we all are, to be a part of such an amazing show with all of you guys.
Lena. Thank you,
Lena, with all of you guys that just, you know, it's just real and authentic, and I love it. And I think our conversation today was really good. I mean, we talked about some shit on here today.
We did.
Alex, I'm sorry. You know,
hey, I'm taking mad notes. Y'all keep doing stuff. I'm taking my notes.
Alex, like, he taking his notes. He ready to get on the phone, seeing his DMs, because a lot of people said they DMing you. Your DM's about to be on fire.
You talking about the flavors and creamy and all that.
Flavors and this and that. I'm gonna have to sidebar with you later. But I love all of you guys, and I mean, it's Sunday, but I appreciate everybody taking the time, you know, for us to do